Hello everybody, welcome to the Tactical Dad Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Cook, and I am the Tactical Dad, who is eating his wife's awesome cookies. So today we are talking about more about optics, red dot sights, reflex red dot sights, holographic sights, prism sights, any sights to be honest, just optics as a whole category. And specifically, we're going to talk about eye relief. What does eye relief actually mean? Now, this obviously is for newbies, for beginners, because I remember reading through descriptions and specifications of scopes and came across eye relief and there's unlimited and this and that, and I had no idea what I was reading. So I'm the guy that's going to type in, what does eye relief mean? What's the definition of this word? What does this mean? Just to understand something of the bigger picture. So I figured if I'm asking that question, there's probably some more people doing it too. So what does eye relief mean? Eye relief, sorry, you know what? We're going to start with long range. Here we go. So I asked a bunch of questions and I made notes on like, what is no eye relief? What is unlimited eye relief? What is eye relief for long range precision rifle shooting? So I'm asking these questions, but let's start with what is eye relief on optics. And eye relief refers to the distance between the eyepiece of a telescopic sight and the shooter's eye. So whatever you've got, regardless of the type of sight that it is, wherever the eyepiece of that sight is to your actual eye, that is eye relief, the distance between those two things. And why is it important? So it's important to consider when selecting your optics, particularly for rifles, because it determines how close you as the shooter and your eye needs to be to the eyepiece in order to see the entire field of view clearly. So long eye relief is generally preferred for rifles because it allows the shooter to maintain a comfortable and consistent cheek weld on the stock. So like the stock kind of sits here, up in your shoulder and on your cheek. So consistent cheek weld on the stock while still being able to see the optic. It's especially important for shooters who wear glasses, as it allows them to maintain proper sight picture without glasses coming into contact with the eyepiece. Short eye relief optics, on the other hand, so like a pistol, may require the shooter to position their eye much closer to the eyepiece in order to see the entire field of view, which can be uncomfortable and cause neck strain over time, yada yada. It can also be difficult to maintain a consistent cheek weld on a stock. Let's say it's a short eye relief for a rifle. If you've got the stock in your shoulder and cheek positioned on it, it can be difficult to maintain consistent cheek weld on a stock when using short eye relief optics. Optics with adjustable eye relief can be a good option for you, the shooter, who needs to accommodate different positions or eyewear. And so for long-range precision rifle shooting, what eye relief is preferred? Because when I ask a bunch of questions around a topic, it helps me understand it more, so I'm just laying it out there for you. For long-range precision rifle shooting, it's generally recommended to use optics with a long eye relief. This allows you as the shooter to maintain a comfortable and consistent cheek weld on the stock while being able to see through the optic clearly. A long eye relief of 3 to 4 inches or more is generally considered ideal for precision shooting at long range. So long eye relief optics can be particularly beneficial for shooters who also wear, as I just mentioned, wear glasses. So short range shooting, so like with a handgun or a pistol, because I obviously, if you listen to anything at the start, I got into guns and all of this was home defense, self-defense, because I have a family, a wife and children. So I was buying a handgun at first, a pistol. So I asked the question, for short range shooting, because that's what it would be, handgun, pistol, what eye relief is preferred? So for short range shooting with a handgun, a shorter eye relief is generally preferred. This is because a shorter eye relief allows the shooter to position their eye closer to the laser sight, which can be beneficial for acquiring a quick and accurate sight picture at close range. A shorter eye relief of 2 to 3 inches is generally considered ideal for close range handgun shooting. This allows the shooter to maintain good sight picture while still being able to position their eye close enough to the rear sight to get a clear, unobstructed view of the front sight and target. So, what does no eye relief mean? Because I see that on a lot of red dots. A lot of red dot. Holographic, prism, red dot, reflex red dot. I see no eye relief on the specifications of those. So no eye relief generally refers to optics that do not have an eyepiece, such as red dot sights. These types of optics do not require the shooter to position their eye at a specific distance for the eyepiece in order to see the reticle or dot clearly. So, like, you don't need to get a certain distance from the sight to see the dot, and to see the reticle. The reticle or dot is projected onto a transparent window or lens, and the shooter can see it by simply looking through the optic. So optics with no eye relief can be a very good option for shooters who prefer a more open and unobstructed sight picture. So if you want to see, have a little bit more perspective and see, you have a bit more peripheral vision around whatever it is, some more context, then this could be a really good option. So optics with no relief can be great for those shooters, people that prefer an unobstructed picture, sight picture. They do not require you to position your eye very close to the eyepiece, so you can use that effectively in that kind of situation. So optics with no eye relief may not be as effective at longer ranges though, so which, I mean, if you listen to what I'm saying, that makes sense. So, as they do not offer the magnification or clarity of more traditional telescopic sights that have magnification to zoom in and, magnify the target at long range. So, generally best suited for close range shooting situations where you as a shooter do not need magnification to acquire the target. So if someone's breaking into your home, you don't need to look, unless you've got a house that's 300 yards long, which I doubt most people have. You don't need magnification. You just need to point, aim, somewhat see that dot on the target, boom, pull the trigger. So yeah, that is eye relief. From the very start, the eye relief is the distance between the front of the optic, the lens, and to your eye, like what that is. That is eye relief. Okay, that's all on that topic, because there's not much else to talk about with it. And we'll see you again next time. Thanks for joining us.